Hi, welcome to Bad Movie Reviews.
Spider-Man Far From Home changes the scenery but can't quite match the inspired heights of its predecessor. The giant set pieces, and what the villain hopes to achieve through them, are like an empty yet distracting swirl of chaos and noise. Admittedly, that's the point, but it all feels like overload, like so many swarming soaring computer-generated blips. Far From Home loses its way just as it's reaching its supposedly thrilling crescendo, its greatest sin being that the scenes with the highest stakes are ultimately kind of dull. Spider-Man Far From Home is a visually incoherent, effects-heavy superhero movie that would seem quite at home on the Disney Channel. There are no people in this film, only characters. And without anyone truly identifiable to pour our emotional investment into, the film quickly becomes not much more than a procession of scenes, eventually set into motion after a criminally long preamble, mostly focused on how much everyone misses Tony Stark. The biggest problem with Far From Home is the love story. Now that we know Zendaya is MJ, this is the entry when the sparks are supposed to fly. The script keeps telling us that MJ and Peter are falling for each other, but I never bought it. Zendaya is perfectly likable on screen, but her performance is stiff as a board. She smirks a lot, and her line delivery is one note. To be fair, the script just doesn't give MJ much agency, much of an impact on the story. There is never chemistry between our two romantic leads, and with the script leaning on that part of the story heavily, there needed to. Spider-Man Far From Home falls short of the giddy highs of Homecoming. It's a mixed bag, with some trippy plot elements and clever action sequences. Ultimately, it's hobbled by some thin characterizations, most crucially a romance that just doesn't work. This movie opens with a cheesy in memoriam for those lost in Endgame set to Whitney Houston's I Will Always Love You. It's not just snarky. It isn't even fresh. Far From Home doesn't leave much of an impression. This ranks somewhere right in the middle of the Spider-Man canon.